Beep, beep, beep. Okay, stop, 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 stop. Uh-oh.
Almost hit it.
Yeah, so go back up and correct it. There you go. Alright, you can stop there. I said stop.
Huh?
I said stop.
I can't hear you.
This means stop.
I wasn't looking, I was up in the ears.
Gio got a new truck. No more G. No more hoodlum. But yeah, welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on the Passat. Last video we diagnosed that my fuel pump decided to grenade itself, and I've been here taking apart a bunch of stuff. I should have been recording pretty much all of this, but you know, I suck at YouTube. Anywho, I got, Gio hasn't been much help. He's been trying to register his truck.
Bullshit.
Anywho, I have the fuel filter out, the fuel rail, pretty much all the hard lines are out. I just got both the bolts out, the brackets that hold the injectors down. I'm about to take the injectors out, and I think that's pretty much it. I do have the wiring harness out as well with all the glow plugs out. And then after that, I do believe it is just, well, I need to take this line out. And then it's just the high pressure fuel pump that needs to get out. And that's gonna be a lot of work because that includes messing with the timing. And I don't even have the right tools to do that yet. And I need to like watch a bunch of videos to see how we are going to be doing that. So I'm gonna set you guys up on the tripod and we're gonna finish taking apart the stuff that we can take apart. And then we will go from there.
Trust me.
Alright, so I got the fuel injectors out, and we just had to clean this up because there was a bunch of buildup up here because these two injectors, the O-rings were non-existent, and you can still see there's a bunch of oil here. I'm gonna have to clean this up even better, but I wanted to suck all the chunky shit up so it doesn't go into the hole because that would be no bueno. But we're pretty much done with what we can do today, unless you want to take the timing cover off. Besides cleaning the rest of this, that's all I really can do today. I need to order the kit where you lock the timing gears in place and stuff so you can pull the pump and all that good stuff. And I have to figure out if I want to drain my fuel tank because the kits that I think I'm going to be getting comes with a new low pressure fuel pump. No! Tragedy has struck.
It's always you who drops your fucking energy drinks. Remember my Red Bull?
No.
From Home Depot?
No.
That I had to shotgun because of you? I had to drink ground Red Bull.
Ground Red Bull is good for you.
You know what's also good for you?
Concrete.
The biggest monster you can buy.
But yeah, I'm gonna clean this up, figure out what we're doing next. Next clip might be in a couple of days. Alright, so just out of curiosity, I wanted to open the head up. And I took the valve cover off and may have accidentally broken it. I didn't realize there was a last bolt stuck here and we pried it off and it just completely broke this piece off. So we're gonna need a new valve cover, which is okay. It's not that expensive, but it needed a new valve cover gasket anyway. So might as well add that to the list of things to do while we're overhauling it. But yeah, next thing, we have the timing cover off as well. So we can get into here And I do believe that it's these 3 bolts down here that hold the pump on, and then the pump should come out. But I think there's a special tool that you need to hold the timing gear in place so that it doesn't spin while you're trying to take it out. I'm gonna look more into that probably tonight, and then order the tool, and then we can go from there. Okay, so I went a step further, and I completely took out the fuel filter housing and cleaned it out. Good thing I did, because at the bottom there was a bunch of metal shavings and dirt and stuff, so I got that all cleaned out. I also started to take this part, and then I stopped because I definitely do need the special tools to do this. I just watched a video, and if it'll focus, these are the tools I need. There's like this piece which locks the timing belt in place, because you need to take one of the gears off, and you need to like lock this in place so you can counterclockwise take the bolt off, and a bunch of other shit. So definitely need this kit. So I'm gonna order all that, and then order the parts that I need to fix this. I'm gonna make a whole list and everything. And then once we have all of that, I'll throw you guys back on, and we will put it all back together and pray that the fucking car starts. All right, you guys, it is the next day, and today we are going to be working on draining the fuel tank. Already got my rear seat out. We got the port open for the fuel pump, and I'm going to be disconnecting all the plugs and the fuel lines, and then we're going to be getting this top ring off, and then I'm going to see if I can just vacuum out all of the old diesel. I'm not exactly sure if it's really safe to be vacuuming diesel. I'm going to Google it, but we're going to be doing it anyway because I don't have a transfer pump or anything. And then hopefully we can start to clean out the tank and figure out how we're going to be flushing these lines, because I need to flush these 2 lines, the out and the return line, in case there are any little metal particles in there. So I got the pump out, the electrical connections off, both the lines are off, and I have the pump sitting over here. As you can see, this is the old pump. I put it in the drain pan because it's leaking diesel everywhere. But now I need to figure out how I am going to actually drain the tank, because I have a pretty full tank, as you can see. Let me see. It's not that bad. But nonetheless, I still need to figure out a way to drain it. So I'm gonna figure that out real quick, and then I'll throw you guys back on. Alright, so I am gonna be using my shop vac to try and get all the diesel out of my fuel. All the diesel out of my tank. I looked up a couple of forums, and most people are saying it's safe. Some are saying it's not. I have a fire extinguisher if the vacuum decides to light on fire, so I think I'll be okay. I also am not going to put the vacuum inside the car just in case it does catch on fire. So yeah, here we go. Oh, she is full. That's why she did that. Okay, now I need to figure out where the fuck I'm gonna put all this. Alright, so I just had to water my driveway to try and get some of the diesel out because I've already stained a lot of the driveway. I also cleaned out my shop vac. We have most of the tank cleaned out. There's still some more. I'm gonna try my best to show you. Okay. Go. Is it gonna focus? Well, first off, you can see all the dirt in there, all of that. And then you can see there are still some like dirt particles and a lot of nasty cruddy stuff in there. So I'm gonna finish cleaning all that out and then I'm gonna throw you guys back on. All right, so I got the gas tank completely cleaned out. There's no real good way to show you, like actually show you. So I made a little video on my phone. You can see it is completely all cleaned out. There's no more dirt, no more metal, no more nothing in there. So that I think is all I can do today because I've been watching the videos of how to do all the stuff with getting the high pressure fuel pump out, and there's a lot more than I thought we would have to do. Now I need to get the cam locking gear or cam gear locking tool, there we go. And I also need to get the tool where I can lock this and get the gear off for the high pressure fuel pump. And while we're in here messing with the timing, I'm gonna get a new timing belt and a new serpentine belt, and I'm also going to be doing the water pump and my cam gear seal I'm pretty sure is leaking, and I think my crank gear is also leaking. So once we get into this and start taking it apart, we're gonna see what's leaking and we're gonna redo all of the timing stuff because it needs to be done anyway, and it just makes sense to do it while we're here. Also, this motor mount needs to be taken out in order to do the cam stuff anyway, so we're going to be replacing that as well because I already have it, and I might as well throw a new one in since I already have it. But that is all I can do today. So once I have all the other components to finish off this video, I'll see you then. All right, you guys, it has been 2 months since I've last filmed the last section of video that you saw, and I'm gonna be honest, I have absolutely zero clue where I last left off, so I'm gonna update you on kind of where we are right now. So this right here is the CKRAA timing toolkit. It just came in today. It has all the things you need to do to take apart and fix any portion of the timing on the CKRAA engine. I'm gonna leave the link to this in the description. I got it off Amazon for like 50 bucks. And it's a pretty complete kit. Now, coming around to the back here, it's a whole mess. We have, in which box? This box. I need all my garbage. In here, we have all of the parts that we're going to be replacing on the fuel system, the injectors, we have the fuel pump, high pressure fuel pump, fuel filter and canister, fuel lines, fuel rail, all the goodies are in here. I got this from Cascade German. Funny story with that, they ended up sending me one of the wrong injectors. I don't think there's any injectors in here, they're all inside right now. But they had sent me one of the wrong injectors. They sent me a CKRAA injector, which is for the Golf, Beetle, and Jetta, I believe. Because for whatever reason, Volkswagen decided to do a completely different fuel system on the same engine for the Passat. And they ended up sending me one wrong injector, and then they sent me 4 brand new ones, so huge shout out to them. I'm gonna put a link to the kit that I bought in the description as well. And today, we're gonna be hopefully taking the high pressure fuel pump out. This guy right here is gonna be coming out today, and I still have to order a new valve cover because I broke the valve cover. It's actually sitting over here on the ground. I broke it when I went to take it off. Yeah, you can see right there, it's broken. Yeah, I broke it when I was taking it off because I didn't realize there was still a screw on, and I pried it off because I'm a dumbass and I break things a lot. It's just what I do. But yeah, it is like 85 degrees out. It's been over 100 the last 3 days, so it's a cooler day. I'm sweating my ass off, but we're gonna get into taking this pump out. Alright, so I got the timing cover off. I don't know what pulley, I think this is the crank pulley. And now we are trying to get the timing lock in, which is... where the fuck did it go? This guy right here. I need to rotate the crank timing gear to lock it in place. There's a timing mark on this tooth, and then there's a timing mark on the holder, and then it just sits in here like that. So let me do that real quick. All right, we have the cam gear lock in place. On to the next step, which is going to be taking the actual timing belt off. All right, so I've marked the belt on the bottom, and I've also marked it up here on the top, so that when I put the belt back on, I'm making sure that it's 100% in timing and that nothing moved. Now there's a lock to lock the cam gear up here, but it doesn't fit on mine, so at least I think it doesn't fit. I don't know if anything else up here is supposed to be for that. It's supposed to be this. You're supposed to be able to push this in, but there is a little place that this sits in, but it's very wobbly, and it doesn't seem like it wants to go in. So yeah, we're just gonna leave this out, and hopefully that doesn't move. All right, so I got the belt off. I ended up having to unbolt the idler or tensioner, I guess, all the way. So if I can get some light in there. As you can see, it is separated from the block now. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up. The video that I'm watching, he did that, so, or at least he took this nut off, so I'm guessing it's okay if that comes out. But I got the, I'm very much out of breath. I got the belt off, and I had to hammer my M8 triple square bit in because this was all fucking rounded out. This is the last bolt that holds it in besides this giant ass nut. And that's where this tool comes into hand. This sits on here, like, is this not the right fucking tool? No, it is. I think I'm just a little stupid. Yeah, so that sits in there like that so that you can untighten that bolt. So I'm gonna do that real quick. All right, so this is the contraption we're working with. One's holding the pump in place while the other one is trying to loosen it. So, okay, don't fall apart. Alright, so as you can see, or I don't know if you can even see anymore because it's starting to get dark out, but I got it off. I ended up air hammering it right here. You can see the indent, and then I just pried the rest of it off. So we're gonna try and get this bitch out of here now. There we go. And here she is. CP4 pump is out. I'm just gonna start leaking diesel everywhere if I turn it all the way upside down. But at the end of the video, I'm gonna be cracking this open and seeing how badly this is messed up before I sent it back for the core. But we're gonna see if we can get the new CP4 pump in before it gets totally dark out. So it is currently 10:30 at night. I just finally finished getting the fucking belt on and tightening it. That is the stupidest fucking invention. Whoever engineered this car, I want to have a word with them. I just want to talk. It took me about an hour. A lot of curse words, I'm just very pissed off right now. But we got it on, so that is the good thing.
1 week later.
Alright, so I'm an absolute dumbass, and I ended up ordering the wrong fucking valve cover. Now, this is the old valve cover that's sitting on top right now, and this is the one that I ordered. And as you can see, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. And this is a 4-cylinder, so I accidentally ordered the valve cover for the 2.5 inline 5 instead of the 4-cylinder TDI. So I'm just gonna have to reuse this one for right now. It's going to leak like a motherfucker out of the back, but I'm probably not gonna drive it with the broken valve cover. This is just to get everything else done so I can get the injectors coated in, I can get the entire fuel system bled, and get all the hard lines back together. And then once the new valve cover comes in, we'll put that on right away, and then we'll start driving the car. But everything's been sitting for so long and I just want to get it done. So we're gonna start throwing the top and the back together, and then we're gonna get into stuff with the scanner, like I said, bleeding the system and coating in the new injectors.
Keys and trust.
Me. I just tried to push the injectors down by tightening the bolt that holds it down, and the fucking bolt snapped off inside the engine, so I have to take everything off again. I fucking hate my life. Alright, so it is currently dark out and raining, the perfect mood for how we're going to be ending off today's video. I'm tight as fuck. So, sorry it's so dark, but I went out and I bought this extractor set. I don't know if it's even gonna focus. There you go. Now it's too bright. Yeah, cheapest extractor set I could find. It's really the only one I could really find with the time that I was given. But I tried to get the bolt out that broke. And let me pop the hood for y'all real quick. Now it is raining and I don't want to get this any more wet than it already is. I did get some water in here, so that's great. But right down in there, you can still see that it is still broken off right inside there. Yeah, I had absolutely zero freaking luck trying to get this out. So this video is already going to be long as fuck as is, and I don't want it to be any longer, so I'm going to be ending off the video here. I'm going to be going out and buying some actual, like, really high-end drill bits that are specifically made for metal, because the drill bits that came with the set from Harbor Freight, they're just way too dull. They're not drilling a hole at all, and pretty much what you have to do is you have to drill a hole and then put the extractor bit in the hole and hammer it in, and then you extract it out. And it ain't working. So I'm going to have to get some better drill bits, and then I'm also going to be buying some nicer extractors. I don't know if the extractors themselves I don't know if the extractors themselves are like not good or what. I don't even know where those two went. Oh, there's one there and then there's one on the drill. But yeah, you can see it came with the drill bit on the left and then the extractor on the right. But I'm gonna get some nice Irwin ones because I've heard good things about those. But This car is really starting to piss me the fuck off, man. I got my big ass like 700 lumen flashlight out, but yeah, this is where we are going to be ending off today's video. Next video, hopefully we will be getting the Passat back on the road, because it's been 2 fucking months and I'm getting pissed off. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Peace.